What's funny about falsely claiming you're Jewish?
No, not falsely claiming I'm Jewish. I'd always say I was raised Catholic, but I come from a Jewish family, so that makes me Jewish.
But again,
it's always been a party favorite. Everybody's always laughed, and now that everybody's canceling me, everybody's pounding down for a pound of flesh.
Because you're not Jewish.
Well, I never said I was.
I've said you were.
And I would always say, but my grandparents are Jewish on my mother's side, so I'm Jewish. That was always a joke. Everybody used to laugh it up. I said it to a room with 1,000 people in November. People were hysterically laughing. It was funny to them. They loved it.
I don't think Jewish people find it funny.
They were Jewish. I was in a room with the Republican Jewish Coalition.
Do you think Jewish people find it funny that a US congressman who's a Catholic with no apparent background of any Jewish heritage whatsoever, other than you say you have it, no one can find it? I think a lot of Jewish people would find that offensive.
I beg differ. When we were at the RJC in November,
I mean, they thought it was funny. I mean, you know, he once used the N-word and people didn't complain, so I guess that's okay too. Like, we still get to have an issue with it. Or in this particular case, I would say that Jewish people get to decide if they have an issue with that. It doesn't matter if, like, someone thought it was funny. By the way, what a ridiculous comparison to make. He's in a room with people who understand that he's gonna advocate for the economic policies they want, or whatever his platform is. They desperately want him to beat the Democrat that they find to be evil. This is a Republican group of people. The fact that they're okay with something, is that the most unbiased group you can come up with? And that's even accepting that this actually happened. I don't know why I'm accepting at face value a claim that George Santos would make, but I'm even willing to say maybe a group of Republican Jewish voters did laugh at it. That doesn't make it awesome. He could have told his lies about his mom dying on 9/11, and a bunch of conspiracy theorists might have thought that that was hilarious. That doesn't make it a cool thing to say.
I also like the idea that a group of Jewish people would laugh hysterically at the Jewish joke as if they've never heard that a million times before in their lives. But it's also just so insidious to be, he did say, I don't think he ever said he practiced Judaism, to be fair, but he did say that his grandparents escaped the Holocaust from Ukraine, which is not true, not even a little bit. And there's no evidence to support that his grandparents are Jewish at all. So he did lie, and he did it, and he, sort of shoots himself in the foot there. He did do it to appeal to the voters because he used that line in front of a group of Jewish Republican voters. So, I mean, that sort of undermines his entire argument from the first clip that we played.
Yeah, and also, again, why we're like engaging seriously with it. Let's say that they laughed. Maybe they thought it was founded in truth. Like, that would influence whether they'd laugh if you're lying to them or not. Yet more facts about George Santos are coming out. There are some that I care about. There are others that, at least as of right now, I don't. Although which ones are getting the most coverage in the media isn't always the way that I think makes sense. So there is good journalism. I'm gonna give credit to Marissa Kabas, who has discovered that something like 15 years ago, George Santos apparently, allegedly had an identity going under the name of, I believe, Katara, and performing in drag shows. And if you are seeing this and you are thinking, well, it seems a little bit messed up, that considering the current state of the Republican Party and how one of the few things that seems to unify every single Republican in America is that they want to criminalize being trans and or participating in drag. And I am not linking those two things implicitly, but I'm saying that their attacks are, so let's be clear about that. The fact that he would be silent about this definitely seems weird. But that said, so far, aside from a cowardice in not protecting people who are being attacked for doing the same thing that you appear to, this doesn't seem as, it's not as bad as so many of the things that he did. And I feel like I don't want to contribute to just, oh, he did something kind of risque, we gotcha. Well, hold up. We may have gotten him on the cowardice, but simply having been a drag performer is not the end of the story. That's my view. Maybe I'm being a Debbie Downer. Maybe I'm ruining this for everyone. And who knows, things could develop from this story that make it more newsworthy. Right now, for me, to the extent that this is newsworthy, it's about the fact that he was hiding this, that he is sitting by as people are attacking people participating in drag and all that. But Bridget, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree with you. There is, in my book, there is nothing wrong with drag. There's nothing wrong with drag performing. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with being like a shameless, like repeated liar. Definitely agree with that. But I kind of don't love seeing the Republican Party unify around attacking drag performers and like making all kinds of baseless, dangerous accusations about them. There's nothing wrong with drag performing. It's like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, 100%. And who knows? Again, it's not impossible that it could come out that it wasn't him. There seems to be good evidence that Marissa Kabas, and you can go and you can see at the Handbasket Substack, the evidence has been presented. There could be developments from this. I don't know. He's denying it, by the way. He tweeted the most recent obsession from the media. I don't think I'm obsessed, but I can only speak for myself. Claiming that I am a drag queen or performed as a drag queen is categorically false. The media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I am working to deliver results. I will not be distracted nor fazed by this. First of all, stop lying. You're definitely distracted by it. You just tweeted about it. Whether you're fazed by it or not, I believe that you are soulless. So you probably won't be fazed by more stuff coming out. I don't care. It is interesting though, that he has tweeted specifically to deny this. You know what he hasn't tweeted to deny? All of the other stuff. All of the other stuff he didn't feel like he needed to get out in front of. But as a Republican in 2023, he did feel like he needed to deny the drag thing. Not the I conned a vet out of thousands of dollars of dog medicine money. Not that, he didn't need to do that. The I lied about the Holocaust, I lied about 9/11, I lied about my busted volleyball knees, none of that. Just the drag thing. That's weird.